Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Ming and this video will be an overview of my F2P account, more in particular about the characters. Just to give you a bit of proof that I am F2P on this account fully, 0 days for the Welcome Moon, did not buy any of the premium outfits, haven't bought any of these adventure packs at all, and if you look at the crystal top-ups, the real proof, you can see that I still have the first time bonuses for each and every single one of them. The other thing I can show you is the Battle Pass, which, as you can see, I do not have the premium Battle Pass signified by this lock. Alrighty, now for the main part of the video, let's get into the characters. Now, as I overview these characters, I'm not going to go too deeply into their artifacts unless, well, they're, unless I really put some time and effort into that particular character. Um, but otherwise, let's get started with Zhongli. Level 90. Here are his stats. 5100. Shut the fuck up, Zhongli. 160-ish energy recharge, 69% geo damage bonus. Nice. Yoimiya, she has 68,171. She is a character that I have invested more so than others. I am still trying to reach more of a golden ratio for my own account of 7,200 and hopefully realist if I have absolute crack luck 8,200. But otherwise, she is doing fairly well. Let's move on to Xingqiu. 6,100, 200-ish ER, good enough. Benny Boy, 6,100, 200 ER, good enough. He does the job. Let's move on to my Eula. Eula, right now, one of her best pieces is on my Yoimiya. Otherwise, she would be at roughly 6,200. Like my Yoimiya, similar to my Yoimiya stats in terms of its overall CV, but right now I am having more fun using Yoimiya currently. Now to Ganyu, you guys probably won't believe my stats unless you took a look at my other video, but yeah, this is what it is. 51,234. Absolutely cracked artifacts. And for her, I will particularly go into the weapon, Hamayumi, because for some other reason, Standard Baron never wants to give me the Amos bow, so it is what it is. But eventually, maybe 10 years later, I'll get it. We'll look at the artifacts real quick, starting from the flower. Low rolled 1020. 4-line star. It's a 1020, but obviously could have been a little bit better. This is 37, and obviously could have been 1020 if the rolls went differently or if this defense went over here, but it is what it is. This sad excuse of a cryo goblet to make my Ganyu just like the video I previously uploaded will take away Ayaka's cup. You'll still see 4-piece Wanderer's Troop and 53, almost 240. So now we'll swap that back, or else I'll break Ayaka's set. But otherwise, very, very cracked Ganyu. Let's move on to my Ayaka. Almost 2k attack, but can't be helped, seeing as her weapon is just the free-to-play Blackcliff longsword. Otherwise, if you saw my last video on her crit rate, crit damage still the same, 4260, running 4-piece Blizzard. I can get away. I justify my not having 300% crit damage by having a bit above average ER for my Ayaka. Obviously, crowd damage bonus. All is good. 4-piece blizzard. Quickly just go over the artifacts. Boom, 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 boom. Very nice. Now let's get into my Raiden Shogun. Now, I'll just tell you, my account is one of the luckiest free-to-play accounts out there. I've only ever lost one 50-50 out of all the 5-star characters that I've attempted. And that one 50-50 was Raiden Shogun. I wanted her on her first run, but I lost and got Jean instead. But after finally getting her, let's just show you her stats. Almost 2k attack, not quite there. Again, free to play, so it's going to be a bit lower in stats, but I am fairly happy with my Raiden Shogun. Again, she's not going to blow anyone out of the water, but she has nearly 70% crit rate, nearly 140 crit damage, so 70, 140, 1 to 2 ratio. She is a little lacking, I feel, on ER, taking her into Abyss sometimes. I'm not feeling like I'm getting my ult all the time unless I focus on particle funneling a little bit. Not a whole lot, but just like just one swap here or there, but otherwise, electro damage bonus goblet. Let's go over her artifacts again. 4-piece emblem. Her artifacts aren't too cracked, so I won't show you too much of them. Here is my Mona for my which is part of my Ica freeze team. I'll show you all that at the end of the video, but otherwise, 61, 65. Zero hydro bonus because I'm just relying on on her passive from the ER conversion into hydro damage bonus. So what was that again? Waterborne Destiny. There it is. Alrighty, let us move on to Hu Tao. I gotta say, I pulled Hu Tao. I think I pulled Hu Tao only because she had this dance. But getting right into it, she has okay stats. I mean, they could be better. They're definitely not up to the peak F2P Hu Tao mains, but they are doable. Attack is not too important. 1000 attack overall. Well, the base attack conversion will be the only thing that will really matter, but elemental mastery, I hit the 120 threshold. 70% crit rate, 233% crit damage, and 61% pyro damage bonus. Weapon, free to play weapon, Black Cliff Bowl, artifacts. Sadly, it's not 4-piece Shimenawas or 4-piece Crimson Witch. I kind of had to do a split just because my artifact quality was not too great for set bonuses. Otherwise, this is a decent feather, above average, missing one hit. This is a 10-20 piece, sad, 13% defense percentage, but oh well. This is again one of the nearly perfect HP timepieces, but again, one miss hit into attack. Very, very sad pyro damage bonus goblet, but it is what it is. And this is an okay, decent Hu Tao headpiece. So let's move on to Sucrose. 420 AM. It's not 1,000. Probably because my artifact levels. Well, she's using a four-piece helmet. Flower isn't even up. Hat isn't even leveled up. Feather isn't even. Honestly, none of her pieces are really leveled up. There she is. Moving on to Diona. HP bot. get decent crit rate, get decent ER, get a bunch of decent HP, you're good to go. Chungyun, I just don't use him, so he's kind of been benched. Before I got Raiden, I used to use the traditional national team with Chungyun, but I've since just dropped him completely. Um, since Let's move on to Beto. She is definitely a work in progress, as you can see by her crit rate, crit damage. Not really that great. High ER, so I could just slot her into a team if I wanted to and whatnot, but she is okay. Moving on to Xiangling. She's not quite. She is just another regular support, nearly 200 EM, 50 100, and well, 60 100 really, and over 200% ER, so I don't have to focus too much on particle funneling. Jean, not too built really. As you can see, crit rate, crit damage. Traveler, not built as you can see. Yunjin, I am working on a Geo comp. If you guys want to see a video on that, let me know down there. But otherwise, trying to work on a Noel, Yunjin, then Zhongli, and I might throw Banana in there, complete the combo. Sayu, again, I raised her a little bit. Not finished. Rosaria, same deal. Sara, same deal. I'm hoping to eventually be able to run the Raiden hyper carry eventually, but the two main things that are stopping me is yeah, and Kazuha. Constellation 6, Sara and Kazuha. Otherwise, move on to Fischl. Not too invested in. Lisa, again, not too invested in. Same with Yongfei. Noel, I'm building right now. Even starting to work on some artifacts. As you can see here, I've thrown some resin into the very not so resin efficient domain. Haven't gotten anything superb, but we'll see as the future goes. Here is Kaya, well, 60 out of 70, and everyone else is really at the bottom end or of lower priority for me. Otherwise, that is it for my count, really. I will briefly go over constellations just so that everybody can see. I have not, even though I have only lost one 50-50 and been lucky enough to only lose one, I haven't been lucky enough to pull any doubles. Almost everybody has nearly C6 4-stars, so I I feel it'll be pretty boring, so just gonna do this as more of an intro for you guys to see the constellations for any of these characters that I've gotten. Ah yes, I can't wait for the day I get C6 Aloy. But otherwise, oh wait, I forgot I got Jean. That's right, the 5-star character that has the most constellations on my account is my C1 Jean. One from losing from the Raiden Shogun banner, as well as one from the standard banner. Well, that's about it for the account, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed this kind of brief, not really update, but just introduction to my journey so far. I started this account in, I'd like to say, during the Golden Archipelago time, so roughly summer of 2021. So it's been almost a year for this account. Throughout this time, I guess the one last thing I'll show you guys is that my Abyss progression has nearly been perfect. I started really focusing on Abyss in fall of 2021, I'd like to say. So if I look at my challenge summary, yep, you'll see that back in back when I started doing Abyss for just a few extra Primo gems. It was back in May. I just started collecting them very gradually, and it was really in the fall time where I started like grinding this account pretty hard that I just said, okay, let's 36 star it, and yeah, during the fall season, I've been 36 starring ever since. Obviously, if you look here, you can see my most used characters from the more recent abysses. Good old National. You can see right here, those three. You can see Ayaka over here. Ayaka Freeze. But yeah, I hope you guys... go ahead and show you my team compositions real quick. Boop, boop. There is my Raiden National. And here is my Ayaka Freeze team that I use to do every single Vis. The only hardest content in the game that we only spend, even as an F2P player, 30 minutes doing every 2 weeks. Thanks, Helioverse. Well, guys, again, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Please do the YouTube things, like, subscribe, comment down below. If you have any suggestions on what I can do, again, please leave them below. And I will see you next time.